Hey, in this video I'm putting it all together, trying to find possible trading entries in the US dollar Japanese yen pair. I'm going to identify support and resistance areas, make out chart patterns, and use indicators to identify and analyze possible past trading entries. This is a great exercise for me and I hope you find it helpful. This video is part of my price action trading video, which is 1.5 hours long, where I go over everything in more detail. So if you haven't watched it yet, check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. But now, let's go to it. So let's see if we can put everything we've learned so far together and see if we could have traded here a trend reversal in this area here. As we can see that there was a clear downtrend and a trend reversal. So first things first, let's make sure that we are on the monthly and let's try to draw some support and resistance key areas here near those price levels in. And I think here a key support area would be this line here. So let's just take the rectangle tool. Right, and let's draw this area here in. Why this area? Because in this area we had several rejections and it acted here as support, here again, here, and here we broke through and it acted as resistance one time, two times with multiple candles here rejecting this level, and it acted again here as support, right? So, and a key support level, let's see if we can find something, if we can make something out. I mean, here, yeah, that looks good. Let's draw this in. Okay, once we have defined key resistance and support levels near of this price, let's zoom in a bit and let's maybe go to the weekly. And we can see here there's a clear downtrend. But if we zoom out, we can draw here this trend line. Maybe zoom even in to get a more granular view on the daily. That looks good. And we can see we've had already a rejection here to this support level and another one here. So we know this is a very, very strong multi-year support level, a key area. Here we can see that we tested and broke out through this trend line here. So that would be something to look out for. And we had a structure break once we broke out and made a new higher high and a higher low. So that's a first sign. We got rejection from the support, broke through the resistance trend line of this descending triangle, made a higher high, pulled back down, made a higher low, and got back up to make a new higher high, right? So this is a very, very bullish sign. Let's check if we can. Let's check at the 50 EMA, and we can see the 50 EMA here acted as a resistance level, and it was respected as such for quite some time. And we had here this area where we broke out of the 50 EMA and of this falling trend line here. and we see that the 50 EMA acted basically as support. And if we take the Fibonacci retracement tool and we draw the line here at the swing low up to the point where the structure broke and got rejected here, we see that we got a pullback of price inside of the 50 and 61.8 value levels of the Fibonacci retracement tool, and we got a rejection here. So we have here an area of confluence. We have a breakout of both the downwards trend line and the 50 EMA. And we made a higher high, a higher low, and this low happened in the value levels of the Fibonacci retracement areas, and then we made a higher high. So we have several factors that played into this as a multi-year support level that got rejected, a breakout of the 50 EMA and the down trade resistance level, structure break. We made a new high and a higher low and got a rejection here at this value level and made yet again another high. So this is the area probably after this pullback where we could have entered a trade. I think if we go even more granular to the 4-hourly, let me see if we can even get there. Yeah, we can. Right, we see here the breakout at the 4-hourly already, a rejection, a higher high, pullback, and yeah. Let's go back to the daily. So as I said, I think that would be a great entry point right around that level. Here, once we broke this new higher high, got rejected here at the 50% retracement level on this value, in this value area. So we could have entered here or probably here, right? So in this area, entered a trade and would have used this resistance level as a take-in profit area, right? Because if we would have entered here at this level and would have used this area as a profit target and would have placed the stop loss, well, maybe just below the 50 EMA and this 61.8 value area. So I think that would have been a great trade. If we go further to the left, I think that we would have had this area as a resistance as well, right? This one here, and we saw this, so we could go down and use this area as a profit. So we had 1 for 2, I think 1 for 2, right? Risk reward 2, so we would lose 1 in order to get 2, right? With this area here of confluence. Yeah, let me know what you think. And let's go to the next example. Yeah, putting it all together. So let's have a look at our USD yen chart yet again. And yeah, let's see what happened here. Let's make sure we are on the monthly. And yeah, let's see what happened here at this area. And see if we can analyze and have a look at this area here. First things first, let's try to see if we can identify some key support and resistance levels by zooming out, right? So I think here we can identify a key resistance level because we had here a top and here some rejections at the same price level. right? So we can maybe draw in an area like this, I suppose. Let's give it a red color so we know that this is the monthly. And let's see if there's anything else, maybe here, right? So let's draw that in. Something like that, because we had here two rejections. Another one would be around here, right? So we had here, 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 here. So multiple rejections. This was acting as resistance here, as support here, over here. So let's zoom in a bit and see if we can find something more recent, right? So we see that this is a key resistance area. We got rejected over here. And let's go down to the weekly, see if we can see here some obvious support or resistance areas. I think this one here is quite clear, right? Something like that. Let's give it a lighter color so we know that this is the weekly. Right. So let's also turn on our RSI chart and our 50 EMA indicator to get a better overview here over the situation. And what we can see here, let's zoom out a bit. First of all, we are here at the key resistance area, right? This is a multi-year key resistance area. And what we can identify at first glance is we are coming from a very bullish uptrend, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 consecutive bullish candles, right? And then at this key resistance level, we are having a bearish weekly candle with a long upper wick, which indicates a reaction to this price level here. And the second bearish doji candle here, which is which represents an indecision in the market, fight between bulls and bears, which ended up eventually in a draw. As we can see here, closing price and opening price are basically the same. And yeah, this is where we would have had to pay attention, right? If you're going to zoom out, we can identify a divergence here because we are coming here from an uptrend, and here the RSI chart is going down, right? So this is a clear divergence. So we would know that there's a price correction coming, right? Or price reversal or trend reversal. So we would pay attention, right? So here, bearish candles, right? We had this long wick bearish candle after a 8-9 week consecutive bullish run, right? And we would have to have this bearish candle, this doji candle, and later this bearish engulfing candle, right? So we have a bearish candle pattern. Let's draw this line here at the lower price action, as we are here in an uptrend, right? So we are here. Now let's zoom in a bit. Let's go to the daily and see if we can identify some other indicators. So here we see we had a rejection at this price level. We went down, failed to make a higher high, made a lower low, right? But still had the 50 EMA here as a support, if you will, which we break through with a very bearish momentum candle, right? And the next candle is also bearish, where we break through this lower upwards trend line, which acted here as normally, which acts as resistance. We broke right through and got rejected at this support here, went back up, and the lower trend line here acted as resistance. We went back down and broke this support line here. And yeah, this would be I think a short entry, right? You could see this as a short entry point, if I'm not mistaken, even though there are more resistance levels and more support levels, right? Or resistance levels in this case, like around here. We would have another one right around here. Let's make this, we are at the daily. Let's make this gray. So even though we have here more resistance coming, right, I think that this is a very heavy trend change. And yeah, even though we are here in an oversold area, which could probably indicate like a rejection, right? Let's see what happens. We have here multiple resistance levels, and so it's probably difficult to break through all of those, but maybe trading from one to another, as we can see here, we already broke basically through this one, right? So let's see what happens, right? The RSI chart is indicating that that we are in an oversold area, so we probably could get a rejection and could trade here sideways, right? Or breakthrough, I don't know, right? That's up for future video. So let's check this in a future video to see what happens. And yeah, but right now it looks that like a trend reversal confirmation. Well, this is it from me. I hope you enjoyed watching. I certainly enjoyed doing this video. I've learned a lot going through this material. I hope you've learned a thing or two as well. Please, if you enjoyed watching, consider subscribing and liking the video. Feedback, comments, tips are highly appreciated in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.